Hello there. Well, by the time you all see this it will be my 28th birthday. Thereby meaning I will have had this fandom for now a full 21 years, which was when I got my first Game Boy Color with a copy of Pokemon Yellow inside of and fittingly, I will be discussing in yesterday's Pokemon Direct presentation, the first Nintendo Direct of the year with Epsilon Speculation, which revealed some notable and juicy tidbits of what they have planned for the coming year, with more to come. So, let's open it up. So, let's start with what was actually a pleasant surprise. As as it turns out that after a little under 5 years since Super Mystery Dungeon, and we have a new title from Reaction+Thoughts, which is actually formerly known as not just Mystery Dungeon Deluxe, but rather Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team Deluxe. A sort of remake of the original Mystery Dungeon games, Red Rescue Team on Game Boy Advance and Blue Rescue Team on the original DS. Red Rescue Team was the first Mystery Dungeon game I played, and even though I didn't know what to make of it at the time, it still stood out at me. Because that was at the time I was kind of experimenting with other game series. I still was into a series, but much less capacity at the time. The basic concept remains intact, where you wake up as a Pokemon and partnering with another one, you form a rescue team where you complete tasks, and the game is a roguelike where the layout of each dungeon changes each time you play. And while not the most difficult entry in the genre compared to Shiren the Wanderer or Izuna, this one is actually a unique take on the premise of the series, where it's heavily implied that some cataclysm caused Pokemon to place humans as the dominant species on Earth. And that's also another reason why I wasn't as mad about the scandals that were breaking out, because that's one game where you don't play as every single monster in the series, even though all of them are in the game. But you focus on the gameplay, which to me is the most vital thing to focus on, to make sure it just works. If you pardon me borrowing a line from another infamous company, which honestly there's a lot more. Long story short, a demo just came out on eShop, not on after presentation yesterday, and the full game will be coming out in March. I probably won't be getting it right away, but I'll probably be playing a bit more of the demo and seeing what I think first before I do that, because of what I to say next. Now comes the even bigger surprise from this direct, or rather, the way they implement it is definitely a big one. And it seems that in this one fell swoop of an announcement, they were able to knock off at least half of the items I had on my wish list for these games. Games where, after the sales have proven to be a hit and also has been relatively positively received by the press, even if fan receptions left some people on the fence, now comes a major expansion, and which is going to be in two major chapters. The first one will be releasing in June, known as the Isle of Armor expansion. The next one will be coming out in the fall, known as the Crown Tundra, both of which provide significant and shakeups to the game's world, which will reintroduce not only more than 200 monsters from the entire history of the franchise, but provide entire new chapters for the content of trainers and tasks to face. I mean, while I'll admit again, I'm not sure how I really feel until it officially goes live. But the enticement on its own has enough to make me want to opt in when I get a chance to, which will be very soon. This is on top of the mobile app that will be launching now in February, Pokemon Home. But to be honest, it reminds me a lot of, say, like the Breath of the Wild Champion trials, as well as the auto expansion of Platoon 2, and even to some extent the Fighter Pass from Smash Bros. Ultimate, in which it offers something that I know cannot be normally encountered with the base game, but would definitely be more than enough for me to want to opt in. I mean, even if you don't do it right away, that's totally fine, because it's also going to be rolling out updates that will give you access to the other 200 or so monsters gratis, which is one way I kind of insinuate they would do this, where they would be a mix of the two. And unlike some other titles which shall remain undisclosed, it actually makes sense. It's not like trying to spin and microtransactions as quote unquote surprise mechanics, or charging you just $250 for horse armor. I mean that's about 30 bones a piece for what's, by my count, close to an entire game's worth of content there. I mean, as you can tell the way I'm speaking, I've mentioned this before, I haven't had mixed feelings towards microtransactions as a whole, but as well as, and I still don't really have any formal opinion on season passes. But basically, if it offers something that cannot be normally gained through the base title, then that's usually when I opt in. And because again, I opted into the Smash Fighter Pass before even Joker's revealed, which led to me getting ones like the Hero and Banjo, and even the Piranha plan I got opting into the game first year on the market, and whoever they unveil for the last fighter, not counting the Mii costume of Sans from Undertale, those are Team Rocket operatives, I'll be open to it, but I get ahead of myself. As I stated before, this not only basically officially confirms their contingency plans that they were discussing in the midst of all the hullabaloo online, but also further compounds that maybe, just maybe, a lot of the more extreme segments overreacted, and if I may suggest they may be mad about nothing. I'm glad that there's going to be new Dynamax, Gigantamax forms for the returning ones, but also the new ones. Especially like how even the Stage 2 Gala starters, all three of them, allows me to crack even more jokes about Team Fortress 2 with having Rillaboom as a heavy. Cinderace, depending on my mood, could be the Pyro or the Demo Man, and I still get this vibe from Inteleon. Apparently, I was pronouncing that wrong as Inteleon with his new G-Max snipe shots. Hey boy, it's the spy. And well, I guess whenever I have the means to do so, I'll be opting in to the mobile app and these new updates. Maybe when I've played a bit more with the base game, I'll definitely just preemptively do that as ahead of them when they officially roll out in June, as well as fall. The eShop basically suggests a lot won't be sometime in November. Until it's a confirmed date, it's usually like a placeholder title on a time frame, but I'm still intrigued enough to do this. Well, if anyone else wants to join me, I've got my info on my channel's profile. So, it's gonna. I will definitely be doing this between reconfiguring some of my other videos for the course coming year. I guess there'll just be one more thing for me to get excited about on top of all the stuff like, of course, everything from Animal Crossing New Horizons to Cyberpunk 2077 because, gotta say, Wake, the clog up Cinderace. We have a region to burn later.